Part 1. Christmas Eve. New York was louder than usual that December. Christmas lights covered the streets, and music echoed through the cold air. Ethan Cole moved through the city unnoticed, finishing another late shift as a security guard. He lived alone, avoided people, and saw Christmas as just another day. On his way home, Ethan took the subway. The train was nearly empty. At the far end of the car sat a man who didn't move. He didn't check his phone. He didn't look around. He just stared ahead. Every stop passed. The man stayed seated. When Ethan finally stood to leave, the man turned his head and smiled. The smile was calm, wide, and deeply wrong. It made Ethan's chest tighten for reasons he couldn't explain. That night, Ethan dreamed of whispers. Voices spoke in a language that felt ancient. When he woke, he heard scratching inside the walls of his apartment. Slow, patient, as if something was learning where he lived. He told himself it was stress, but before falling back asleep, Ethan realized something terrifying. The scratching stopped, only when he spoke out loud. Part 2. Christmas Day. Ethan woke up on Christmas morning feeling hollow. His apartment was quiet, but his head wasn't. Thoughts echoed longer than they should. His reflection in the mirror looked unfamiliar. His eyes seemed darker, deeper. When he blinked, his reflection followed just a second too late. His phone buzzed nonstop. Messages from friends, family wishing him Merry Christmas. Ethan didn't answer any of them. He didn't need to. He could hear their voices anyway. Not through the phone, inside his head. By evening, neighbors began to complain. They said chanting was coming from Ethan's apartment, soft and rhythmic, like a prayer spoken backwards. Security footage later showed Ethan wandering the hallways after midnight, stopping at doors, whispering names of the people inside. Ethan remembered none of it. Late that night, he stood in his kitchen holding a knife, unsure how long he had been there. His hands were shaking, but he was smiling, not because he wanted to, because something else was pleased. In his head, a voice spoke clearly for the first time. You invited me. Part 3. December 26th. On December 26th, no one saw Ethan leave his apartment. The building grew quiet, too quiet. Police were eventually called after neighbors reported a strong smell and strange noises behind the walls. Inside the apartment, the Christmas tree was still lit. Presents remained unopened. Every wall was carved with deep symbols, scratched into the paint as if by bare hands. In the bathroom mirror, a message was etched into the glass. He let me in. Ethan was gone. That same night, subway cameras captured something unsettling. A man stood alone on the platform, wearing Ethan's coat. He stared at the tracks without blinking. When the train arrived, he smiled and stepped inside. Since then, subway workers report strange encounters every Christmas. A man who never blinks. A man who smiles too wide. A man who whispers softly just before the doors close. Thank you for inviting me. Some things don't break in. They wait to be welcomed. This was Midnight Mysteries.